This is a stupid song, it just goes on and on. You might find some meaning, but you would be wrong.
All right.
So today I picked two...
Let me cut you off. I was under the impression we weren't doing this segment because I thought we did this already when we talked about Anthem.
I could have done the whole thing just about Ed Nordholm, but... and you know what? I shit on Ed Nordholm a lot, and I know he's kind of the head of Impact, but there's others. And I actually thought to myself, I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I thought to myself, Scott D'Amore is a part of Impact. He should know this shit. Yeah. Like, why aren't they using him as a resource for this stuff? You know? Whatever.
I'll talk a little bit about that after this segment.
Okay. So first off, thanks to Trevor Strong, trevorstrong.org. Check that out for the usage of the stupid song. Now today, two of the stories that I picked, one of them I picked kind of for Nigel, and the other I picked kind of for you, Sean. All right?
Okay.
And this first one that I kind of picked for Nigel, I chose this one because this is an example of bullshit bureaucratic red tape.
Yeah?
That's an example. And this is why I picked it. And as a father myself, this pissed me off. So it was reported by WTSP 10 News out of Tampa Bay on October 13 that a 2-year-old boy from Atlanta named Anthony Dickerson Jr. was born without kidneys and is in dire need of a transplant. All right? His father is a 100% match, and his father is a willing donor. Okay? That should be the end of the story, right?
Yeah.
His dad violated probation in September on a charge of possession of a firearm. And so the hospital treating the boy, which is Emory Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, they decided that they want to wait for the father to be reevaluated by his parole officer 3 months later, because he violated it in September. 3 months is January. The hospital wants to wait to hear from the probation officer after he's reevaluated in January before they'll decide whether or not they're going to let the surgery happen. Okay? This boy needs it badly. He's very ill. It was reported by Fox News on October 29th that he was rushed to hospital at one point with an abdominal infection related to the fact he doesn't have kidneys. The father has been released from custody when he was pulled back in because of the violation. He was released from custody, so he's out, ready to go. And the hospital's like, nope, gonna wait until January when you meet again with your parole officer. That is fucking bullshit, Sean. It's bullshit.
I just want to say I agree, but there's a reason you're the businessman and I'm the investigative journalist. It ain't tough to see what's going on here.
Yeah.
The dad was trying to John Q these people.
I was thinking that.
He had a gun. He was about to run up in a hospital in an ER and say, sons of bitches, give me your kidneys.
I was thinking that. Now I'm fortunate that I have 2 healthy children. If one of my children was this kid, I don't even want to think about what I would do because I would probably annihilate a doctor if somebody told me, sorry man, you got to wait till January because I want to see what your parole officer says first. Utter nonsense. And they're penalizing an innocent 2-year-old kid because of this. So that's
we're doing that operation in a hotel bathroom with the tub filled with ice. That's the situation.
It'd be happening. Yeah. It would be life or death for the surgeon, Sean, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the first story. This second one, this is a good one too. Fuck, people are so stupid, Sean. This is why this exists, man. It was reported by Newsweek on November 2nd. The White House is appointing a new advisor to the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. His name is Robert Fallon. He's an air pollution researcher at the Irvine campus at the University of California. Fallon is expected to argue for less environmental regulation, which is an agenda backed by the administrator of the EPA, a guy by the name of Scott Pruitt. Now, back in 2012, this Robert Fallon was interviewed by something called the AAAS, the American Association for the Advancement of Science. And you know what he told them back in 2012? He said the air is too clean. He said in 2012, and this is a direct quote, modern air is a little too clean for optimum health. He said children need to breathe irritants so that their bodies learn how to ward them off. So,
Jimmy,
bring on the carbon dioxide, Sean. Bring it on, man.
You instructed me to not get too political. But I'm just going to say, that's a slow Tuesday for the White House. That's a slow...
Okay, this is not a this is not a political podcast.
Oh, look, you've done so many religious-based ones that you've default. So this is not a religious podcast.
But I'm not shitting on the religion. I'm shitting on stupid people within the religion. It's different.
Hey, man.
I'm not going to shit on the president because then you're killing half your audience. So I'm not going to do that, Sean. Yeah. All right? Number 3, this was reported by the Chicago Sun-Times. I picked this one for you because I know that there are certain stories about certain content that you really appreciate. And so this one's for you.
About duty?
It was reported, I get close. It was reported by the Chicago Sun-Times on November 2nd that a 19-year-old man named Terrian Pouncey accidentally shot himself in the penis after
He cheddar bobbed himself.
Nigel, I told you like it. Didn't I say, Nigel?
Yep.
So he accidentally shot himself in the penis, and it's kind of funny how he went about it. So he decided to hold up a hot dog stand. So he didn't hold up, let's say, a jewelry store or something. He held up a hot dog stand. He held up...
Plaxico Burress?
What's that?
Was it Plaxico Burress?
Might as well. He held up...
NFL player spent 20 months in jail after he shot himself at a club.
Well, this
Because
one's...
his gun was in his sweatpants.
Okay. So this guy held up 2 vendors at gunpoint. They passed him the tip bucket, which contained singles. The tip bucket fell over. Bills went flying. This kid bent over to collect the cash off the ground. He had the gun in his waistband. It shifted and it went off. Shot him in the penis. He's recovering in hospital as of last Thursday, and he faces 2 counts of armed robbery.
That is a phenomenon known as cheddar bobbing. Do you know who Cheddar Bob is?
I do not.
You ever watched the movie 8 Mile?
No, I have not seen that movie.
It's worth a watch.
Hello?
Eminem's friend in the movie shoots himself in the leg. And since you bring up a hot dog stand, I don't know when we're going to talk about hot dog stands again. So let me share a story. On occasion, I corner some of the fighters from my team. If one of the main coaches can't make it or something like that, they'll send me and another person there. Myself and our strength and conditioning coach had to do that while our coaches were off training somewhere. We were booked at a place called Dale's Hot Dog Stand in Richmond, Kentucky, which is like more of a bar that I think started off as a hot dog stand. But at this fight, this should tell you all you need to know about commissions. They approved and licensed 2 amateur women, at least 200 pounds each, to fight. So now I can always say that I watched 2 200-pound women fight at a hot dog stand. That's the state of state athletic commissions that they approve that type of stuff.
There you
go. It was
go.
terrible. There was a party going on next door.
So did you see...
Pat Fannin tells me that Dale's hot dog stand burned down.
Oh.
I'm shocked. You
didn't see that coming as part of the story.
I didn't.
No.
Stupid people.
You have to look it up.
In a sketchy fire, he says.